All right, folks, this is a Oklahoma weather alert now, straight up 8 o'clock here in Oklahoma. It's William Cole here live in the Oklahoma Weather Tracker TV Forecast Center. And we are tracking an opportunity for some fairly strong thunderstorms out across parts of western Oklahoma. Currently a severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and this is going to be for Beckham, Greer, Washita, and also Kiowa County. And this is going to be in effect until 8:30 this evening. As you take a look at the live mesoscan radar here, let me just go and kind of reposition the radar here. And again, also the areas of blue you're seeing there, that's also a brand new severe thunderstorm watch. That's in effect until 4 a.m. in the morning, so it goes for really most of the overnight period. And again, that goes from all of western Oklahoma through central Oklahoma, and then also it goes up into parts of eastern Oklahoma as well. So let's go and take a look at the live watch and warning map here first of all. And again, you can see that, again, our severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect there across parts of western Oklahoma. That orange box you're seeing there, and again, this is going to be for Beckham County, for Greer County, for Washita, and also Kiowa County there. Again, that's a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that, again, is in effect until 8:30 this evening. All the counties in blue here, you see that's a severe thunderstorm watch. And then, again, that's in effect until 4 a.m. in the morning. Now let's go and take a closer look at what's going on here in western Oklahoma, because we do have a developing line of storms now from really Kingfisher County down through Blaine County, all the way back down through Washita County, and then back down into parts of Greer County. Now again, this is a storm right here that is severe. Again, our team of trackers is out there. You can see lead storm tracker Philip McGee. That's his live GPS location there. Of course, he's in the official Oklahoma Customs official storm tracking truck. Mike and Jesse, they're also up there in western Oklahoma, and then Mark and Anthony, they're just a little bit further back here in the metro. We'll be checking in with them here momentarily. Now let's go and zoom the radar in, first of all, here in the parts of western Oklahoma. And let's go and take a closer look at the activity going on here. Now this is a severe storm, folks, and this has been warned on because of the opportunity for quarter-plus size hail, and also an opportunity for some wind 65 miles per hour plus. Now, again, as we take a closer look at that, again, you can see Philip McGee just on the southern sides of that. We've got a little bit of an inflow notch there coming in, so that's kind of maximizing the hail core. And again, if you take a look at this fairly closely, again, we're seeing all that hot pink, even a little bit of white showing up there. Again, that's a hail core, and it all has to do with that, really that inflow notch right there. So again, that's something we're monitoring fairly carefully. But again, with this storm, I would say probably quarter to nearly golf ball size hail would be possible with this. And again, that's just going to be there to the southwest of the Sentinel area. And again, Philip McGee, he's on that storm there. Let's go ahead and pull him on the live line with us here. And Philip, you're live with us here. Go ahead and tell us what you're seeing on that storm. Again, it looks like you're just to the south of it, looking up to the north there.
Yeah, William, I'm going to pull back to the north here. I wanted to find, I'm on State Highway 6 headed toward Granite, but we'll be able to see here in just a few seconds. That hill we were just talking about, it's right over the Retrop area, or maybe just a little bit to the south. But we are definitely taking a close look at this thing. I mean, it's got some pretty scary looking clouds right now, and but we are down here, we are watching it closely. I'm going to hand it back to you.
Okay, Philip McGee, appreciate that report right there. And I tell you what, it looks like your stream is froze as well, Philip. So we're going to check back with your stream coming up here momentarily. Again, it just looks like it's frozen there momentarily. But again, Philip, you're on that storm. I know you're still on the live line with us here. Just look at the radar. There could be just a little bit of shear with that storm, and again, with that small little inflow notch there, again, it's kind of helping to maximize that hail core. But again, out of all the additional heavy thunderstorms we have in the state, again, this right here, this is the lone severe storm, and to be honest with you folks, it is quite severe. Again, where you're seeing that purple going to white, that's definitely going to be an opportunity for quarter-plus size hail, potentially even going up to golf ball size hail. And again, that's just going to be right there to the east of the Rentrop area. And again, you can see Philip McGee's live GPS location there. So again, Philip McGee basically right there directly on that storm. And again, like I said, we'll be checking back in with him momentarily. We'll also get his live stream coming back up as well. But again, let's go and put this back into motion here. And again, you can see in general, this storm is tracking off to the east, basically tracked right over the Rentrop area here, really over about the last 10 to 15 minutes. And again, we're seeing that purple going to white, folks. That is quarter going to potentially golf ball size hail. Now, Philip, I know when you were driving through this storm earlier, just a little bit to the north, again, you were reporting some quarter size hail at the time. Is that correct?
Philip McGee, yeah, that's correct, William. It was quarter-sized hail. We drove through just a couple of small areas. It wasn't really a defined hail core at the moment. Now that I'm looking at the radar data and everything else, I'm really starting to see that hail core has really picked up in intensity, just like you said, just to the south of the retrop area. And that's basically where we're at. We're looking back to the north on Highway 6 towards retrop. We're probably 6 miles north of Granite, looking that direction. And I'm telling you, this storm has really kind of picked up in intensity. And we were kind of expecting that once it got into this more favorable conditions, as it moves into Oklahoma, we expected these things to kind of kick off a little bit better, and they've actually done that. And so I'm going to hand it back to you right now.
All right, Philip. Yeah, so they've moved into more of a deeper layer of moisture, so to speak. The moisture is really returning into Oklahoma right now, and that's basically exactly what Philip was saying there. And as this moisture continues to increase, these storms have just a little bit more juice, if you will, to work with. And again, that's exactly what we're seeing this evening. Now, Philip, there was his live stream there. You just saw, of course, he's in night scope mode. We're really the only organization in Oklahoma that, again, has that night scope mode, that high-resolution IR that, again, even in nighttime, we can actually see through these storms. But again, there's Philip's live location. Again, he's down there in Lone Wolf now. Again, he's looking to the north. But again, the strongest part of the storm now, it is on the eastern sides of Rentrop, and again, locations like Sentinel, even down towards Cambridge. Again, heads up, as this storm is basically going to be tracking right through your area. But again, this specific region, that's the area that we're watching again, with a little bit of an inflow notch there. Again, that's where that hail core is being maximized. Again, now just to the east of Rentrop, with at least the potential for quarter to potentially golf ball size hail possible with that storm. Now let's go back to the overview here as well. Let's go and switch the radar back around. We'll go and take a look at the overview, and as we go ahead and do that, again, we'll show what's going on around the rest of Oklahoma. So again, all the counties in blue, again, there's a lot of counties in blue. This is a severe thunderstorm watch now, okay? So this is in effect until 4 o'clock in the morning. We have an opportunity of what we call an overnight event. Again, this isn't going to be a big severe weather event, but we will have an opportunity through the overnight period for some severe weather in Oklahoma, mainly quarter-size hail and winds 65 miles per hour plus. The Oklahoma City Metro is included in the severe thunderstorm watch, again, until 4 o'clock in the morning. But for the Oklahoma City Metro, it looks like it's going to be between 10, 11, and midnight, as again these storms continue to blossom to the northwest and again basically track right through the Oklahoma City Metro. Again, we're talking about 10 o'clock rather, 11, and then also midnight as well. Somewhere within that time frame, again, that's when these storms will be inbound for the Oklahoma City Metro. Again, the lone severe storm down there in southwestern Oklahoma. Now, again, our team of trackers are out there as we go and switch the radar back around. Again, we also have Mike and Jesse in western Oklahoma as well. I'm going to go and zoom this out here just a little bit. And again, you can see, I mean, we basically have a dragnet across Oklahoma, folks. So, there's some people who say they have the largest team of trackers, but if you will, count their names, count how many different people they talk to, count how many different people we talk to. We have people all across Oklahoma, and again, this is a true dragnet across the state. But again, Philip McGee on that severe storm, Mike and Jesse just to the north. These are all live GPS locations. Mark and Anthony back in the Oklahoma City Metro, again, waiting for these storms to back build and move into the Oklahoma City Metro, and then Tori up there in northwestern Oklahoma. But again, let's go and get back on the line with Philip McGee. He's still on that severe storm there in southwestern Oklahoma. And again, Philip, so far what you've seen, again, you're to the south of that storm, and again, you're still looking to the north. What are you seeing right now? Again, so far this evening, you've seen some quarter-size hail. You've had some fairly gusty winds, but again, as you monitor this storm, what are you seeing now?
Okay, William, yeah, I am actually headed back north on Highway 6 towards Retrop, and as I'm looking back into the clouds, I can actually see that hail core that's showing up on the radar presentation right now. And so we're probably just a couple of miles to the south of the main part of the storm. I don't know if you can actually see it in the stream or not because, the lightning flashes and everything else. I mean, there's a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning associated with this storm and a lot of cloud-to-cloud lightning at the same time. But we're going to be turning more to the north here in just a second, where we're kind of headed northwesterly. But now we're going to be headed back to the north, and you should be able to see that whenever the lightning lights it up, see that main hail core that we're talking about here.
Okay, Philip, we're going to get your stream pulled back up here. Philip McGee, he's in night scope mode, And again, this is one of the neat things you really only see here on Oklahoma Weather Tracker TV. Again, he has this high resolution IR camera, and even though it's dark where he is, again, with his night scope technology, again, he can basically light it up, enhance the resolution, and again, we can actually see through the storms even at night. And again, Philip, he's out there fairly rural, so it looks like his stream froze there momentarily. But Philip, you're still on the live line with us. I'm going to switch back to radar here just real quick. And again, we're just waiting on your stream. Looks like it froze there momentarily on us. And as we go back to radar, again, we're still monitoring. This is the only severe storm in the state. Again, we have several other heavy thunderstorms, but again, this is the only severe storm in the state. Philip McGee, this is his live GPS location, again, just to the south of Rentrop. There he is right there. And again, this is a fairly small core, but this is a very intense core, folks. And again, where you're seeing that purple going to white, I mean, that's really going up to the upper end of the radar intensity. So again, quarter to potentially golf ball size hail, quite possible there, just on the eastern sides of Rentrop. And again, it all has to do with a little bit of an inflow notch right here. We're getting a nice feed of moisture and warmer air into the storm, and again, it's kind of maximizing that hail core right there. And Philip, it looks like your live stream is back up, so we're going to switch back over to your live stream, and you're still on the live line with us here as well, by the way. So again, anything you have to say, feel free to interject. But okay, so we've got you there, Philip. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that we're getting a lot closer to the main part of that hail core. We're on the southwesterly part of the storm now, and you're going to be able to get a good view here in just a few minutes. As I was saying before, we were kind of on a northwesterly track there for just a second, but now we're moving more to the north, almost due north. And so whenever the lightning flashes light up the camera, you're going to be able to see that rain or that hail shaft just off to the right of the camera screen. And so I'll tell you what, pretty impressive storm. There's a lot of clouds of ground lightning that's going on right now associated with this, and we all know the dangers and hazards of that. And then also, as I was heading through the storm on the way back to the south towards Granite, there was some pretty heavy rain coming off of that too, so visibility has started to decrease quite a bit also. So I'm going to hand it back to you though right now.
Okay, Philip McGee right there in western Oklahoma. Really appreciate that update. Philip, what we're looking at here, folks, we're actually looking at the hail core tracker. So we had to switch away from Philip's stream just momentarily. Again, as he's rural out there, his stream is freezing. But again, there's Philip McGee's live location. There's Rentrop. Again, what we're looking at here specifically now is the hail core within the storm. And again, we're seeing that purple going to white, going to gray right there. Again, that is where the largest hail is going to be, folks. And I am just estimating here, I would definitely say quarter plus size hail. I think we're probably talking about some golf balls falling now just on the eastern sides of Rentrop. Again, this is a fairly rural area, but for our friends out there, again, heads up, as this really is tracking right towards the Sentinel, even over towards the Rocky area. Looks like for the most part it's going to stay north of Hobart, but again, this is a small but really intense core with this storm now just on the eastern sides of Rentrop. So let's go back to normal radar mode here. We'll put it back into the normal mode here, and we'll take a look at the rainfall intensities and the rainfall rates with this storm here as well. And again, same thing, we're seeing that red going to white there on the radar. Again, that's some fairly intense rain, and again, also that hail core mixing in there as well. So let's go and zoom the radar out. For our friends down here in Greer County, we also have a fairly heavy storm now. This is just to the west of Mangum. In fact, it's right over Reed, just to the east there of Vinson, and that is basically right over Highway 9 there. That's out there in Mangum County, or out there in Greer County rather, and again going right over the small community there of Reed. Again, we're seeing that red going to purple. Again, that's a fairly strong storm. It's not severe right now, but there could be a small developing hail core with that storm as well. The overall intensity is really on all of this activity now really starting to increase. Let's go back to the overview again here real quick, and we'll be checking back in with Philip McGee here momentarily, who again is out there in western Oklahoma. But again, as we go back to the overview, again, you can see really over just, let's just say the last 15 minutes, look how this activity continues to increase in intensity from Kingfisher County all the way down here to Greer County. But again, overall, this activity continues to blossom as, again, more moisture is feeding into Oklahoma from Texas. And again, that's more fuel for these storms to work with. And again, that's exactly what we're seeing now as they're getting closer to the Oklahoma City Metro. Our team of trackers is back here as well. Mark Rodriguez and also Anthony Stevens here in central Oklahoma. Now we're going to try and get Mike and Jesse on the line here as well. They're in western Oklahoma. They had a fairly strong storm move over their area about 30 minutes ago. I think we just lost them off the live line. So again, we'll be checking back in with them coming up here momentarily. So let's go ahead and let's switch the radar back around here. Let's go back over to this severe storm. And actually, let's do this. Let's go and zoom out. Let's kind of walk down the line here. Again, there you can see our team of trackers. There's Mark and Anthony back in the Oklahoma City Metro. Philip McGee again on that severe storm. And again, also Mike and Jesse in Western Oklahoma. I think they're having a little bit of a technical issue because their GPS has dropped off there as well. But again, we'll be checking back in with them fairly quickly. But let's go up here to Kingfisher County. We're just going to walk it on down the line here. So again, Kingfisher County, we're talking about locations like Dover all the way down through Kingfisher. Again, this is a fairly heavy storm there, non-severe, but again, a lot of cloud to ground lightning associated and some brief heavy rain. Definitely possible. Some wind gusts over 40 miles per hour, also possible with that storm right there. Then as we walking on down the line into parts of southern Blaine County here, we're talking about from Greenfield over very close to the Weatherford area. In fact, that's actually where Mike and Jesse are. So we're going to try and get them back on the live line here real quick. But again, just on the really to the northeast of Weatherford there, again, that's a fairly intense storm. A lot of dark red, a little bit of purple showing up there. An opportunity for maybe a little bit of a developing hail core with that. You're seeing a little bit of light blue. Radar not really signaling much in the way of hail, but you know, at least maybe an opportunity for some marble-sized hail, again, where you're seeing that dark red going to purple. Again, that's right there along I-40. And then as we pull the radar just a little bit further to the south, locations like Corn, back over through New Cordell, again, those are some fairly heavy storms. They're still not severe, but anytime you're seeing that dark red showing up on the radar, all those little white marks you're seeing, those are all cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. So again, these are fairly heavy storms, and again, that is just south of I-40, and again, also now just to the south of Bessie, but locations like Corn, back over through New Cordell, again, fairly intense, heavy thunderstorms moving through those locations. And then we pick up on the severe thunderstorm down here, now just on the eastern sides of Rentrop, approaching the Sentinel area, and again, that's where lead storm tracker Philip McGee is. Again, you can see his live GPS location there, and he is just on the southern sides of that storm. And Philip, you're still on the live line here with us. Go ahead and tell us what you're seeing. Again, as you were driving through that storm earlier, again, you did have some quarter-size hail. You had some winds. You were estimating maybe near 60 miles per hour. But again, over the last 30 minutes now, as you've gotten on the southern side of that storm, tell us what you've been seeing now.
Okay, William, yeah, absolutely. Been seeing a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning associated with the storm. Since we've actually been on it, it has picked up, I mean, just tremendous amount of lightning. About
Okay.
and right now, Washita County. Now you really take a good look at this storm as we're basically headed right in towards the Sentinel area. We're going to be just a little bit to the north of that hail core, but if you watch the lightning on our stream, you can see that core directly in front of us, and we're probably about maybe 5 miles from the main body of that cell.
Okay, Philip McGee, so great job there. We're going to be checking back in with you here in a second. We've got your live stream pulled up there, and again, you're still on that storm. But again, have you ran into any more hail? I know you were talking earlier about some quarter-size hail. What have you seen recently? I know you've been on the southern sides of that storm, a little bit out of the core, so to speak. But again, what have you seen over the last 30 minutes or so?
Within the last that was quarter-size hail, and there's quite a bit of.
Okay, it looks like we're losing Phil.
It's over by Sentinel. That hail course really picked up, and so I would totally agree with what you're saying as far as.
Okay, it looks like we're losing Philip McGee. So it looks like again, he's fairly rural out there, so unfortunately we're just kind of losing his cell phone signal there just slightly. But again, let's go ahead and walk the radar up. We're going to start in southwestern Oklahoma. We'll walk it all the way up into central Oklahoma here real quick and just give everybody a live radar update. You're seeing the overview right there. And again, we'll be checking back in with Philip McGee here momentarily. We've still got his live stream going there. But again, where we are right now, down around the Mangum area, that's in Greer County there. First of all, we're going to start at the bottom end of this storm, bottom end of this line, I should say. And again, that's a fairly heavy thunderstorm moving through the Mangum area. You see all those little white marks there, those little check marks. Again, that's all cloud to ground lightning. It's to the north now, the Blair area. And then also as we take the radar a little bit further to the northeast, locations like Hobart back over through Sentinel. Again, that's where that severe storm is. That severe thunderstorm warning does continue now for at least another 10 minutes, at least until 8:30 there from the National Weather Service. service. But again, part of that core, so to speak, moving right over the Hobart area right now. In fact, let's go and zoom in on that here just a little bit more. And again, you can see really from Hobart back up just now on the southern sides of Sentinel and Rocky. Again, that's where really the strongest part of the storm is. Let me zoom that out just a little bit. And again, that's where you're seeing that dark red going to purple there. And again, that's also where we have an opportunity for at least some quarter-size hail, again, with that storm right there, as again, it's going to pass basically from Hobart to the north up through the Sentinel and Rocky area, and then it's going to keep tracking off to the east there as well. So as we go and zoom this out here a little bit more, and let's pull this up just a little bit closer now to the Oklahoma City Metro. Again, you can see the northern sections of Caddo County, southern sections of Blaine County. Again, heavy thunderstorms continue there as well, and then also some heavy thunderstorms now just on the eastern sides of Kingfisher County as well. So again, between Kingfisher and Hennessy, let's zoom in just a little bit closer on some of that action there. And again, you can see that's now starting to approach the Lovell and Crescent area there in Logan County. So again, those are just heavy thunderstorms, non-severe. Again, the only severe weather we currently have in the state is down here in parts of southwestern Oklahoma. And again, you can see Philip McGee on those storms. So that's where we are right now, folks. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll have another live update here in about 30 minutes. Keep it here with Oklahoma Weather Tracker TV. We'll keep you up to date with the latest live weather information for Oklahoma.
The new generation of Oklahoma weather coverage is here. William Cole and Oklahoma Weather Tracker TV are pioneering a groundbreaking new way for you to get live Oklahoma weather. From live, in-depth forecasts to live severe weather coverage. Not from big media companies, but from Oklahomans who care about the weather and our state. We've arrived and we're forecasting for you. Oklahoma Weather Tracker TV, live Oklahoma weather. Watch Oklahoma Weather